Hello and welcome to the show. So us here at First Gear have never really been particularly good at drifting. We've done a video or two maybe on it, and we basically ended up drifting silly cars, and we weren't particularly good at it. So we thought, well,
no, not very.
You know, lots of people build drift cars, lots of people do drifting. We're not very good at it, so let's not make a fool of ourselves. But what else could we do with drift cars? So what we're going to try and do is race to properly tuned drift cars. Now these haven't been built by us because we just make like 900 horsepower Mustangs. These have been built by Mr Aero HD. I'm sure a lot of you will know who he is and the sort of stuff he does. Now, tuning a drift car makes it kind of a lot different to a sort of race car. This is me pressing around in my last car I built. You have sort of the setup is designed to get it to go sideways, not designed to make it go around a track very well. You know, so your suspension's going to be all wrong. You may even be using the wrong sort of tyres and all of that sort of thing, which is going to make these cars rather a handful when it comes to racing, because as you see here, they slide, and you know, racing you don't want it to be oversteering as manically as you would as you need it to be for drifting. And the cars we are going to be using, I have got a Ford Mustang, and Daniel, you have got a Silvia something, S15.
I've got a Nissan Silvia S15. Yeah, not the sort of, not my personal choice in car. I mean the Nissan, because obviously I don't really sort of. Right, here it is. It's my Nissan. I've put some stickers on it and stuff. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of drifting. I've, like I said, me and Alex have done some drifting videos, but we're not brilliant at drifting. And I've never really driven the Nissan Silvia. I've never needed to because I've never raced it and I've never drifted it. So it's a new experience for me. I don't know where Alex is. He is somewhere. I presume he's coming, but I'm not sure. He's asked me to park up near the track, so I'm presuming he's going to do something very outlandish and possibly stupid. So yeah, this is my one. It's got 600. Oh, here he is.
Here comes the Mustang.
Oh, that's very outlandish.
Like you said. No, I'm not drifting anymore. I've spun.
No, you're not. You nearly crashed it. Well done.
I was trying to show what it is meant to be for, and I balled it up. Look, just give me a minute. I'm going to go try that one again. I'll be back in a second. Right, here we go. Going to go for a drift again. It's going sideways. Look at that go. Try and hit the front of the Silvia. Missed it. Damn it.
Pretty close, actually. I have to admit.
We're not going to spin it yet. I saved it. See, I didn't crash it that time. I can vaguely sort of power slide a little bit. There we go. So yeah, these cars are both properly tuned drift cars. They are both 647 PI. I can't remember. It's around that. It's sort of mid. We nearly crashed that. They're both around mid sort of S class. The Mustang is. This isn't my paint job, by the way. I didn't paint this because I have no painting skills. I bought this off the storefront. It's the Death Race Mustang. It looks awesome. Anyway, horsepower-wise, the Mustang has about 620 something, I think. Sylvia has a bit less. It's sort of 440,
yeah,
maybe.
Not,
I should have looked.
No, I think it's got 500 and something.
Has it got 500?
But anyway, they're roughly the same PI, roughly the same power and stuff.
They're similar PI. They're kind of the same. But yeah, we're going to line these up. We're going to try first, possibly, and go racing with them. I'm just showing off now with the Mustang doing some burnouts. I'm not quite sure why, but it is kind of cool. I do like this Mustang, actually. It is a very nice car. And then, yeah, we're going to race them. Try not to crash.
I can't see this going well, to be honest with you.
I can see there
I can't see this going well at all.
I can see there being sort of much chaos, although it will probably go better than the 900 horsepower Mustang I have, which is kind of a good thing. Off the line, actually, the Mustang is surprisingly good launch for a powerful muscle car, but the handling is seriously weird on these things. You're already going sideways. That's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Now, one of the reasons why I picked this track in particular is because of that bump there. That is a really... Drift cars don't like it. They're not meant to be taking that corner flat out. You're all locked up.
Brake.
I've gone wide.
Oh, on the inside.
Hey, some drifting. Look, see, we can kind of power slide.
We can. Now you're in the way. Drift.
Get out of the way.
We're both drifting.
Yeah.
These are really weird to race.
They are.
You don't know what to do.
They're very strange cars. I think something may have been done with the brakes. The brakes feel a bit weird. I'm not sure if it's more brakes to the front on these cars than normal. I mean, a lot of braking actually is done by the front anyway. But the racing was actually really quite close. So here's me. I'm going to have a little bit of look for a proper racing overtake. And you've gone a little bit wide, and there we go. The Mustang is in the lead, and everyone's going sideways.
That's why.
You're on the grass. Actually, you did quite a good job of saving that. It's a bit twitchy.
There's incredibly crucial. This is the part of the tracker. Oh, go on the inside, go on the inside. Go. Yes.
Understeer. Understeer.
I think we both had a little bet on this bit to see if we could go flat out through this part of the track. I had a go and sort of fail miserably.
Yeah. It's a very
so
tricky
difficult
section. You go through there flat out, and you basically all four wheels leave the ground, and these cars aren't designed to cope with hitting the ground again.
No,
and
wide.
You've gone where you're going there. I don't know. When you hit the ground in these, there's not a huge amount of suspension trouble. I assume the suspension is stiffer in drift cars. I've got a little bit of a tank slapper going on there. So when you hit the ground, it just flings the car off in a direction. The direction could be down the road where you want to go. It could also be into a wall, which isn't particularly good. The racing is actually still really quite close, which is surprised me. Actually.
It was, yeah. I go a tad wide there.
Wee, look at that! That makes a little bit eager there on the throttle.
Yeah, because we're like both properly. Well, because we both race properly, as in with tuned cars for handling. We were both trying to. As Alex is, we're both trying to sort of stop oversteer, actually stop drifting essentially the cars. But you can't, because there is such a build-up of understeer. It's almost impossible to try and stop it. You just have to. The only way to get these cars round the corner is to go sideways, purely because what they're built for. But there's so much understeer. That was an insane overtake there.
I don't know where I was going. I think I might have got a little bit wrong. And I'm coming down here. This corner down here is quite fun in these cars.
It's not. It wasn't for me. I kept locking up.
Yeah, the brakes.
I kept locking up and going sideways.
I'm pretty sure there is something with the brakes that is more to the front, because I was having a problem as well. Slowing down is a little bit tricky in these sort of cars. But the racing is still, it was really, really very close racing. We're going to go for another proper racing overtake. Dive up the inside around the last corner, and we've gone a little bit wide.
Yes.
And your cutback's not going to work because you're drifting.
Damn it.
And there we go, Mustang is leading. We were doing a 5-6 lap race. I can't even remember. We were doing so many laps of racing. And whoa, that's a bit fast and scary.
You had
sideways.
I had a bit of a moment here in which I sort of didn't really bother braking,
and
and then I went extremely wide, nearly spun it, which wasn't brilliant.
Yeah, and then I actually managed to get cut back, despite the fact you sort of pushed me a little bit wide. I managed to sort of make the most of it and got the position back.
You've got a death lap to go.
So. Yeah, and you missed your braking, and we've now
I used you as a brake.
And
good enough.
Whoopsie I'm gone. I managed to spin it, but
save it. Oh,
well, that serves you right. You gotta do a J-turn.
Backwards. The quickest way.
J-turn.
Yeah, it worked. Blimey.
It did. Luckily, you spent so much time facing the wrong way that I've managed to now catch up, and we're back to a close race again. And you go to very sideways. Oh, that's twitched. And jump. No,
I had a big moment here and sort of spun each other out.
That was a very big moment over that hill. That's what we're talking about with that bump. If you hit it wrong, you're going in the wrong direction. In that case, it was into me, which spun us both round. Your car's not looking too healthy there.
No, it wasn't looking healthy at all. But after that crash, it was sort of I couldn't catch up. I mean, there was a lap left or 2 laps left.
Yeah, there was a lap left. You did actually quite a good job, because I got a little bit leery through one of the corners, and you were kind of relatively close for the finish. But the Mustang is going to be victorious. So muscle car wins over import. No, I probably shouldn't say that. Someone's going to get annoyed. Many people will probably get annoyed. But there we go. The Mustang wins, and we're going to do a slide to finish. So there we go. Yes, you can race drift cars. It was good fun. It wasn't particularly fast. But
it wasn't fast, it was stylish racing, I think is the word. We do apologise for everybody who does do drifting. We are sorry. We have sort of like ruined the name of drifting by racing them. So, racing them in a proper racing fashion, not drifting racing.
I have a feeling we should probably run fairly fast and hide before he wants his cars back, because they're not in a very good
quick meet at the border.
Yeah, there we go. That is some racing of some drift cars. That's about it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you have challenges and stuff you want to see us do, then as ever, leave them in the comment section and we will have a look through them. But yeah, until next time, goodbye.